Hello, my name is Hinrich Voss. I'm Associate Professor in International Business at Leeds University Business School.
And I'm Jeremy Clegg. I'm a Jean Monnet Professor of European Integration and International Business Management, also in Leeds University Business School.
Together with our colleague Professor Peter Buckley, we just received the Journal of International Business Studies Decade Award for a 2007 paper on determinants of Chinese outward foreign direct investment.
Our paper looks at the determinants of Chinese outward foreign direct investment over a particular period of time, 1984 to 2001. That was a very significant time at which the Chinese were starting to invest in the rest of the world, and it hadn't been investigated what the determinants were. We had a standard model from the advanced economies of the world, but we didn't have an explanation for why Chinese firms were investing abroad. Our study looks at precisely that issue. One of our big research findings was that the standard model, which is the known theory which we've developed on advanced economies of the world, does in the main apply to Chinese outward foreign direct investment. So most of it accorded with what we already know, but there was some surprises. For example, Chinese investors prefer, it seems, to invest in some economies where the risk is higher, or in fact higher rather than lower. That's a very interesting finding. The other thing that we found was that the importance of policy change at home in China was particularly important in spurring outward foreign direct investment. There was a big significant event in Chinese history in 1992. It was President Deng Xiaoping's Southern Chinese tour, and that seemed to be the point at which Chinese outward investment was precipitated, and we managed to identify that in our study.
When we published our paper in 2007, China was a kind of new investor in the international scene. And this is best highlighted with a few numbers. In 1986, Chinese outward foreign direct investment accounted for 0.1% of the global stock of outward investments. In 2001, at the end of our study period, this had increased to 0.5%, still significantly lower to the American or European outward investment figures, which are around 30–40%. But over the last 15 years, Chinese outward investment stocks share has increased to 5%, which is a huge increase over the last 15 years. At the same time, therefore, China has become one of the three major source countries for foreign direct investment. And therefore, a large number of countries and cities these days are competing for attracting Chinese investors to their locations, something which was not happening at the time of our study, and completely changed the landscape for Chinese outward investment and how Chinese M&Es are perceived. One of the important findings, as Jeremy said, has been the revelation that home country institutions and policies have a significant impact on outward investment. And certainly for the Chinese case, this is still true today. Just last year in August 2016, the Chinese government cracked down on outward investment, which it perceived to be not sensible Chinese outward investment and not of benefit to the Chinese economy. And it further investigated and scrutinized Chinese private outward investment through 2017, and in doing so, urged Chinese private enterprises to reconsider how and where they're investing overseas. So this is 10 years on from the publication of our studies. It's 16 years on from the data finishing for our study, and still the Chinese government and policies have a very strong influence on how Chinese outward investment is shaped and where it's flowing into.
We were absolutely delighted to be awarded the Journal of International Business Studies Decade Award, which is the top award in our field for any article published in the area of international business.
We received the award at a fantastic award ceremony at the Academy of International Business conference in Dubai in the summer of 2017, and we are very proud to have brought this award back to Leeds and the business school.